Hello and welcome to this episode of Positive-Xperience, the one place that is here to serve you. You who are struggling with reconnecting with yourself after going through a divorce. We all looking to thrive in life, and that was my experience when I went through my divorce. I was looking to thrive in life afterwards. So the question is, what makes us thrive in life? Now, I know it might not be the same for all of us, but I do hope that this will inspire or at least serve you on your journey. Now, before I share more about today's topic, let me just share a few words about me so that you know where I'm coming from. My name is Flemming Schmidt. I'm a proud dad. I am a life coach. I went through a divorce almost 10 years ago, and that left me on rock bottom. It was the hardest thing that I have ever faced in my life, and it was a challenge. It really was a challenge. I was struggling with everything because I was hurt, I was scarred, and I didn't know how to get back up on my feet again. But I knew that I needed to make some changes in order to improve myself and my progress as well. So I started to read more books about personal growth. I got mentoring, I got some coaching. I looked in to find the answer, and that path, or the experience combined of everything that I just told you, that path has led me to live a life today that is full of joy, love, and courage. And I hope that this podcast will serve you on your journey as well. What I'm sharing here are my own personal discoveries, my findings, what worked for me, and definitely what didn't work for me. So I do hope that this will serve you on your mission, on your journey as well. So what I wanted to share with you today is this headline: Get out of your head. It might sound simple, but it can be very, very frustrating to get stuck inside of your head and just have everything going on in your mind, and you're trying to find, heads and tails in everything, or a meaning, or structure, or try to feel different emotions all at once, all at the same time. And what happens is that you end up getting confused and you end up getting nowhere. See, for me at least, I was really struggling with everything that went on inside of my head. And I was very, very focused on blaming others for being where I am in life at that point, or not today, but before. Here's the thing. If you want to make some changes in life, if you want to make some changes for yourself, you gotta start making some changes. I have a saying, or I don't know where I actually heard it the first time, but if you want to do something you never done, you gotta do something you never done. And it's kind of surrounding everything that I'm actually talking about today. Is if you want to get somewhere in life that you haven't been before, you need to do something different in order to get there. Now, if you want to run a marathon, it's not going to work that you just jump out of bed into some running shoes and hit the road and you win a marathon or complete a marathon. That's just not how it happens. If you want to do that, you gotta be strategic about that. You gotta think about your health. You gotta think about exercise. You gotta think about your mental approach of why is this important to you, and so on and so on. You gotta do things in a different way. The same goes with relationships and also being in a divorce and have been, or the process after, life after divorce. That's what I actually am more focused on, because that was my journey, and I hope this will inspire you as well. And what happened for me is that I got stuck inside of my head, and I was blaming others for the mistakes that they were not responsible for, because in the end I am responsible for living my life, and I am responsible for living the life that I want to live. So I needed to get out of my head and started to get back into life and enjoyment and pursuing the goals that were meaningful to me and that gave me purpose. It gave me a destination to walk towards, and so much more, and so much more. Once I started to get out of my head, I also became more aware of looking in to find the answer. Because, well, it's a healthy journey to look in, to kind of be responsible for who you are, rather than blaming everyone else for the mistakes that you make. What I found, what I discovered is this. And for me, it was an epiphany moment. It was a huge aha awakening thing. Because I realized that every relationship has two parties when you start a relationship. And every relationship has two parties when it ends. And you are 50% responsible for why it didn't work. Because no matter the outcome, no matter what happened or how your relationship got to a end or stopped or drifted apart or whatever happened, you are actually 50% responsible for that reason. There's a reason why you drifted apart. There's a reason why you're no longer together, and you are actually part of that equation of what went wrong. And for me, that was so hard to accept, and it was so hard to acknowledge the fact that I actually was responsible for this relationship I had, or that marriage that I had, that it didn't work out. It was such a kind of a knock in the stomach, and it drew a really, really took my breath away to come to the realization that I was 50% responsible for why it didn't work out. That's a tough one to acknowledge, but for me, that is actually true, and I believe that is actually true for everyone out there in the world, in the big picture. There's a reason why your, partner didn't choose you in the end, and there's a reason why maybe you didn't choose your partner in the end. So, no matter what, this journey of becoming a better version of yourself or struggling with life after a divorce, what feels good, what is right, what is wrong, and so on and so on. We have all of these questions going on inside of our head, and we forget to talk about the things that matter. We tend to hide ourselves in the process. I've been there. I know how it feels. And you don't want to come over to your friends and just, talk yada, yada, yada about negativity or how hard it is, and you don't know how, if you can find love or joy in life again, and so on. It hurts, it's terrible, it's hard, and so on and so on. If you just come over to your friends and just be negative about things, why would you do that? And therefore, some people, I know that I did, and I know that a lot of other people are doing the same thing. They are hiding behind, fakeness, or they're hiding out at home alone with all of their thoughts, with all of their feelings, with all of their emotions going on, and trying to get some kind of a normal everyday life going again. And it is hard. It is hard. But here's the thing. The reason I'm making this community, or that I'm trying to create this community, is this simple fact. You are not alone. You shouldn't be alone on this journey. And let's unite forces, and let's come together and help and support one another, because it's difficult to be in a place where you feel lost and you feel discarded in a way. So, but in order to move ahead, you gotta start getting out of your head. You stop overthinking, overanalyzing, over whatever in your mind. It's not healthy to do that. You gotta put some words and feelings towards your emotions, your current state of mind, and address the issue at hand, or address your day-to-day life. Is there something that you could do different? Is there something that you could do that would make you feel happier, that would make you feel good, that would give you a sense of purpose? Do you have the courage to do so? I mean, all of them are legit things, and all of the things I worried about was the things that I just mentioned. The first step that I took was to get out of my head. The second step was I realized I needed someone to guide me, someone to help me along the way. And I found that in mentoring and coaching and so on. And what I have created is for myself, so to say. What I've created for myself is a tremendous change, transformation towards something completely different and something that feels a lot more of life, of thriving in life. And if I can somehow sprinkle that upon this topic of thriving in life after a divorce, I do hope that it will resonate, or that you can relate, or that you find this to be inspiring, and hopefully you will support this. I do hope that you would like to. So let's unite forces and let's stand together and make something beautiful together. You shouldn't be alone struggling with how to live a life, a thriving life, after going through a divorce. And this side, it's not about legal advice on how and so on, not at all. And this side is definitely not a dating side. I want to emphasize that. It's not about dating. It's not about legal advice in regards to your current divorce situation. Not at all. What this is about is personal growth, and to be there to support, to encourage each other, and to give and share your stories of what transformation you went through and what you experienced when you went through the same process. Chances are that there are people out there who are facing difficulties right now, and they might need a community just like this. So help me help you. In the end, I think it was Tom Cruise in a movie once said that. Anyways, help me help you, and share this podcast, or share the message that a community is coming. It's called the Positive-Xperience. I am about to in the process of creating a Facebook page for that. It's a free group, and later on there will be a membership side as well if you like to dive deeper into what this could do for you, if that is your wish. Anyways, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. I am honored that you have taken a few moments to listen to this podcast. I think I missed a show yesterday, which is, life happens. I missed a show yesterday. I actually have a challenge that I gave myself, that I have to do one show every day for a year, and apparently I missed a show yesterday, which is unfortunately, but it's life. This is what happens, and from here it's just to go forward. Again, thank you for listening, and thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule to support this show. Find me on social media if you want to follow me there, and let's connect. Otherwise, take care, be safe, stay positive, and live fully. Bye.